in the studio. Hats off to you, sir, for making it through the freeze.
Thank you. It was a journey to get here, and the subway train seemed to be running slower this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Maybe because it's so cold? I don't know.
I don't know. Or maybe it's because of this whole, virus thing going on. Because I noticed yesterday even my commute was delayed.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Is it
really
affecting
strange.
public transport in some way?
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just coincidence. But yeah, I'm here, and I'm happy to be here.
I saw your mask that you were wearing.
Yeah.
Well done for taking the precautions. Oh, I should spray your mic. Apparently, when a guest comes in, we're meant to disinfect the mic. So I do it live on air because I forgot.
Thank you.
With this disinfectant. I hope nobody licks the microphones anyway. But yeah, we're
you
just
might
taking
want to spray
every
me as well, just in case.
head to toe. They're selling out of this kind of stuff as well. I've seen like some sodokje, we call it, the disinfectant in Korea. Have you got some like hand disinfectant and stuff? Have you got on that bandwagon yet?
No, I haven't. I have been washing my hands a little bit more the last few days.
Me too.
Just to make sure I'm protecting myself and other people around me.
Hopefully, if anything good comes out of it, it can be better hygiene habits for everyone out there. Because I have seen, honestly speaking, I don't like bad mouthing Korea, but sometimes in the male toilet, people just walk out without washing their hands. Like, it's a more common sight here than in Britain, I feel.
I can confirm that, yeah.
Yeah, and so I've seen many more people now washing their hands when they come out the toilet, so that's a good thing. V-Live, we've switched that on. We got Samantha on board, a Stone, BTS Army, Raquel, Jewel as well, saying, "Why are you sucking up so much? You look awesome, Peter. Cool and handsome. Do you want a prize? Is that what you want? Maybe you can win today, Jewel." Cedric, today's hashtag is vote or 투표.
Okay.
Have you voted for anything recently? It doesn't have to be like a political thing. It could be a decision to be made in a group or anything like that.
I don't know, but I do plan on voting as a U.S. resident.
Oh, cool.
Not resident, I'm sorry, U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
Even though I'm living here, I do plan on voting in the upcoming election.
Is that easy to do?
It depends on the state that you're from.
Oh,
but
I
for
see.
me, yeah, I have to jump through a couple of hoops, but I could fill out an absentee ballot. That's
Okay.
what they call it. And
Do you need to apply for that in advance and everything?
Yes, technically.
So I tried to do it one year for the UK and it was just too complicated and the mail kept coming really slowly from the UK back to me here in Korea.
Right.
And so I missed it. Like I missed the deadline and I was really annoyed and you really should vote. Although at the same time, my one vote wouldn't have made the crucial difference. I looked at the figures. So if it had been one vote, I would have kicked myself like a billion times.
Right.
But luckily that wasn't the case. What's the voting age in the States?
In the States, it is currently 18.
And that's the same across all the states,
All
is
the
it?
states, yes.
'Cause I often get confused with the US because sometimes states have their own certain laws in
Sure.
place, but that one is like a countrywide thing.
Right, that is a universal standard. It is 18 for all of the country.
Okie dokie. In the UK as well, it is 18. And our producer told us in the song break that now in Korea, it is 18 when it was 19. The current administration were pushing to get younger voters involved. I think 18 is a decent number. I don't know how young we should go, though, because
Sure.
some people are quite mature when they're like 16, 17. But then again, if I think back to what I was doing when I was 16, 17, maybe not mature enough to vote. I'm not
Right.
sure.
I know at that time period, 2 years does make a difference. But, I also think in America, you can be 16 and have your own driver's license.
This is
and
true.
Operate an actual vehicle
Yes.
that is far more dangerous.
Than voting.
Yeah, so-
who knows, actually?
That's true.
Maybe
Very
voting
true.
can be more dangerous.
Good point.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I also think many people 18 and above are not mature enough to vote. Like, if they're not read up on the literature.
Right.
So it's a really tough call, I think. But interesting that they've made it younger here in Korea. Annie's on board from Colorado saying, "I'm just tuning in now. I'm going to be listening while I cook dinner. I'm making 된장찌개 tonight." Ooh. Have you ever made 된장찌개, Cedric?
I don't think I have. I've probably heated it up, purchased
That
pre-made
counts.
ones. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's not difficult. Like, doenjang paste, the doenjang, what do you call that? Soybean paste, the doenjang itself. Oh, that's what it's called, isn't it? Chang meaning paste. You just put that in with some potatoes, some of the air hobak, which is like the little mini zucchini courgettes.
Right.
A bit of mochi in there, I think, is good to give it some flavour. I don't know why we're turning this into a cooking show, but just in case you want it on a cold day like today.
Yeah, today would be perfect for that.
Yeah, steaming pot of that in a hot stone pot as well. The tolsot would be nice. Today's theme for K-Patch, Cedric.
We're going to be talking about popular Korean electronic items,
Ooh.
specifically household items.
Household electronic items. Is your house full of electronic items, Cedric? As a YouTuber, I feel you must have a lot of that kind of equipment.
I do have a lot of electronic equipment as it comes to camera gear and accessories. But household items, I do have a rice cooker.
Okay.
And I also have, and many of you guys probably know what this is, a bidet for the toilet.
Oh, lovely. A bidet. I love it.
Which I never actually used, to be honest with you. Because the
Really?
idea of it,
Are you
I
still
like
not
the
used to it?
concept. I'm not used to it. And we won't go into it, but I'm just not comfortable.
Have you tried it out a few times in
I
your
have
life?
before.
But you're not yet on board. I say yet because I was in the same boat as you, Cedric.
Sure.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think for me, I think it's more so I don't know if it's really, honestly, sanitary, to be
Okay.
honest with you, especially public. in
Okay,
public.
yeah, this is true. That makes me think about a million times about all the times I have used it in public now. I'm regretting it. But you're right, you've got to keep it clean for sure, like
Yeah.
the nozzle that squirts out the water. Even though it's retractable, there must be germs down there. You've got to change the water filter as well from time to time. But now I can't live without it. Like, I feel like if I don't use it, my bottom is not as clean after I've done my business with just a tissue.
Right.
There are
right.
wet wipes that you can get as well, which are quite useful. But I don't know. I'm fully on board with bidets now. The
I
electronic
need to
version.
give it another shot, maybe.
Yeah, just sit on there, see what happens.
A little TMI this morning, but
That is a very good one, though. A popular Korean electronic item that is kind of unique to Korea, or at least not global yet.
yeah,
right?
you don't see many of those in the States. Maybe in popular Asian areas,
Yeah.
you'll see some.
Yeah, there were some in some high-end like restaurants and hotels in the UK, but I think many Brits still didn't use them. Roz is also on board from Florida. Hiking Peter, Cedric, you're here. Good to hear that. And Mina from Korea as well. We might play your song request today or later on. First up, though, let's get to your first video. So what are we going to be showing in this?
So we're going to show very popular items here in Korea.
This isn't your house, Cedric,
No,
is it?
I wish it was.
That is a styler, isn't it?
That is a styler, something that I just learned about in the past year.
It is something I've never seen in the UK either, and it just kind of shakes your clothes to get rid of the odors and stuff.
Right, so I think this one actually does like dry styling and
2.2
also...
million won.
Oh my goodness,
Wow,
yeah.
that's a lot of money, isn't it?
So that's just another version right there.
They've got some beautiful air conditioners here now.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really cool. And this is some sort of a smart air conditioning system where
You can play music.
you can
as
play
well.
music, you can put photos on there. You know, so it's a
Wow.
little interesting. But I believe this also has a function of purifying the air. And for that price, it better.
14 million.
14
That's like
million.
$14,000.
Yeah.
And these are those bladeless fans,
Yeah,
right?
so those not only look cool, but I mean, it has a humidifying function.
Oh, really?
And also purifying function.
I didn't
So
know
it's
they
kinda
had
like
a
combo.
humidifier one. That's the British brand, but I think they're more popular in Korea.
Yeah, it would seem so. Yeah, and that's a very good brand too.
Yeah,
by the
very
way. Very
expensive. What is this?
So this is a.
Oh,
cool
my
little
wife has
floor-
this.
Oh, really?
It really shines your floor
Oh,
something
man.
amazing.
I need something like that. I feel like my apartment's really small right now.
Yeah,
So.
if you're a bit anal with cleaning, that's great. The
Yeah.
robot vacuum.
And these are cool. I think a lot of you guys have probably seen these in dramas. I've seen these in dramas randomly.
Yeah,
Like,
many Korean households do have them as well. We've got one.
Mm-hmm.
I am ashamed to say it is a Chinese brand because it's way cheaper than the Korean versions, but
Right.
it is so intelligent. Like, if you buy a cheap one, I heard on the radio this morning, someone was saying, I bought a really cheap one and it just goes and hides in a corner in my bedroom, the robot vacuum, like it's shy. But my one, it will go through every nook and cranny twice. And then it will tell you when it's full, so you have to empty it and stuff like that. If it needs to recharge mid-clean, it goes and recharges and comes back to the same spot. You can tell it to just do one area on an app and everything like that. It's really, really
right.
convenient.
So if your house is really dusty or really dirty,
Yeah.
does it do a good job of cleaning.
Amazing.
Oh, really?
Amazing. It gets into the corners because it has this little brush that sticks out. Because you can see they're mostly round, so corners would be difficult. But a brush protrudes from the edge and it gets right to the corners.
That is good to know. I was a little doubtful about that. But...
Amazing, yeah. We've got one here from Kevin in the US as well. This is your
I know what that is.
mini fridge.
Kevin, I know what that is.
Is that brand not Korean as well? The Golden Star?
So that used... Yeah, I think that is a...
You bought this at least 25 years ago and it's still working fine. Both the store I bought it from and the brand name are long gone. Yeah, they did change that to the L Electronics brand, I think.
That's right.
That looks like something I used to find in hotels maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, even hotels now, especially like the lower end hotels or small hotels, has those mini fridges. Is what I used to call them. And I had that in my college dorm room as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, standard, very standard.
Is it not common to have like a proper big fridge then? Or is that in the shared like kitchen area?
It just really depends. Yeah, but I think for most small dorm rooms, you have a mini fridge and you're good to go.
I've never had a mini fridge in my life.
Really?
I'm jealous of Kevin and you now, Cedric. I want one. Like I saw in the UK, some people used to put them in their bedrooms if they're really lazy for like just soft drinks and maybe a beer
That's another
while you're
level,
watching TV. But wow, at college, I need to go back to college. That's the moral of the story. We're going to get to your second video. What is that going to show us after the song break?
It's going to show us more the popular items that are more exclusive to Korea.
Okie dokie.
It's hard to get anywhere else.
We'll see that after some Mamamoo. This is Wow. We're back for part 2, K-Time Playtime with Cedric in the studio. We are doing home appliances, electronics that are unique to Korea or more popular here than they are in the West. Because I think lots of things now you can get everywhere, but it's just how many people actually buy and use them, right? Annie Kolo just asked for clarification on the voting age. Is it 18 Korean age or by Western standards? Our producer said Western standards, so you've got to be actually 18 physically, is what I'd like to say, to vote here in Korea, and that's in preparation, I think, for an election coming up in the next year or two here, I suppose, in Korea. We've got lots of messages to read out. Yana says, I went to Jion's apartment in Jeonju last year, a friend, and it's fascinating to see her TV, fridge, bed warmer, even the shower is all high tech, and it's also very space saving and neat. I think that's part of having newer brands now. The air conditioners have got a lot smaller than they used to be.
Right, and they're way more effective and efficient. Siska says she doesn't have too many high-tech home appliances, but she does have a TV, aircon, and fridge, the normal ones. But, you know, if you really think about it, if you compare yourself to the people 50 years ago, Siska, you're living in the high-tech future.
Yeah, you're living the dream there with all that stuff. And even compared to the UK, you've got something that very rarely we have in the UK, air conditioning.
I've heard that.
I've never seen anyone's house have air conditioning in the UK, like never. It doesn't get that hot there.
Right.
That's the problem. Well, not the problem. That's a great thing because we don't have to spend on air conditioning. In the US, is it common for houses to have aircon there?
I think it's more common, at least all the areas that I've been to and lived in. Yeah, definitely more common.
Even when you were living around New York area, was it common?
Yeah. What was more common, because a lot of the buildings are older, I've gotten used to the idea of window units. There are a lot of window units up in the north, in the New York, New Jersey area.
And they kind of cycle out the air through the windows.
Yeah, but they are technically air conditioners.
Yeah, in the UK, I think there will be more and more. So my wife was saying, if we go back to the UK, let's do an air conditioning business because of global warming. We can capitalize on hot summers and
she's
stuff
onto
like
something,
that.
yeah.
Maybe. Raul says the voting age, just FYI, in Argentina is 16. Wowzers. I've not heard of too many countries where it's that young. That's really interesting. Thanks for that.
Yeah, Raul also says, I have a microwave, but don't use it, but he loves the electric oven.
Electric oven. I've got a gas oven, and I think it's healthier to cook things in an oven, like to bake it rather than fry it.
I would agree, yeah.
So that's a good way to go. And microwave apparently is not too bad for you. It's very quick and convenient. Yana says, I bought an air fryer to give to my best friend on her wedding, but I missed the time, and now she's even got a newborn baby. Well, surely give her the air fryer. It would make life convenient for her, Yana. That would be nice. And you also say, my sister recently bought a little bread maker online, so I get to taste cinnamon and chocolate rolls made in my room. But sis, I hate the smell of yeast. Yeah, it's not a lovely smell, is it? Bread makers. Was that a thing in the US for a while? It was a trend in the UK.
Right. I've never had one. I don't know if I knew anyone that had one.
No, my mum's friend did, and it cooks fresh bread, quite easily. You still got to make the dough and everything, but I don't know. I also didn't like the smell of yeast, so whenever I went round, it just smelled like that. Not lovely. Let's get on to your second video, Cedric.
Awesome.
So we're going to be showing...
Again, these are Korean electronic home appliances that are more exclusive to Korea.
Okie dokie. So we're just lining up the video now. I think it might be having a little load here.
Right. And this first item that you're going to see is something that I think all of you guys are aware exists here. And it wouldn't surprise anyone.
Some lovely fridges here. Oh, I like it that you can see into the fridge.
Yeah.
That's not that common. Those look really luxurious though, don't they?
Right. Now, can you guess what this is?
That's not a regular fridge. That's a kimchi one.
A kimchi one. This is my first time actually seeing a legit kimchi refrigerator. So this is
kimchi.
And if you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of kimchi to have in a massive fridge, a lot of it you can also store similar side dishes to.
That is very
well.
true. And kimchi does have a long shelf life compared to many other
And it just
items.
extends it even longer in these fridges as well.
Right. So the benefit is you don't get a smelly house.
Look at those beautiful rice cookers.
These are certainly high tech.
600,000. They're also high priced.
Yeah,
That's
they're pretty big too.
Yeah.
These? Well, that's how important it is in Korea.
Everyone has a rice cooker, right?
Right.
Make mixed rice with like beans and grains. I don't know. 누룽지, you can make 누룽지 in there.
Oh, like the burnt toasted rice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
For the neck care.
Peter, this might look familiar to
The
you.
massagers, are they? Oh, the mask we tried on, didn't we?
Right. So I had to throw that in the video, and I don't think that's probably available in the West.
It's not very popular if it is it?
Right.
It's great for your skincare,
And
absolutely.
look at the price. It's
I
about
promise
1.2.
I didn't pay anything near that. Got it online on a
Well,
cheap
that's
sale.
good.
Hope
Yeah.
the wife isn't listening, though, because I got big brownie points for that. Yeah, she thinks I saved up for a long time. That kimchi fridge, we've got one, but it's about at most half the size. Like, it's tiny. It's one of those, I don't know in the States if you used to have them, like the half refrigerators that just comes up to your waist, and then you can put in the kimchi in there, and that's built in with our apartment that we rent. But it's useful extra space, I must say.
Right. Yeah, I think I have seen those that you were talking about. Now, me growing up, we actually had a kimchi refrigerator that was basically just an old refrigerator that my mom put in the garage.
And used it just for kimchi and smelly stuff.
Yeah, for kimchi and most of the banchan or the like different side dish items that she would make, because my mom actually prepared all of these herself. And
That's
so
cool.
we stored in the garage, and the garage did from time to time smell.
Yes, I remember when I was fussy as a kid, I used to hate kimchi's odor, so I wouldn't like it in our fridge. My dad also wouldn't like kimchi going to all the other foods and making it smell similar, like the other meats and stuff. So my mom was similar at one point. When we had enough money, she did buy a separate mini fridge and then put it in there. I think the kimchi fridges here, they just have different temperature settings, and it's easier to find the optimum for like fermented side dishes and stuff like that. That's what you're paying for. But is it in the States common as well, like in Korea, to have these really big double door huge refrigerators?
I think more recently, yes, it is. Even my sister at her house and her family's house, they have a double door fridge, and the freezer, there's a freezer as well, is on the bottom section.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's become more common over the past decade or so.
Yeah, because I used to always see them in like MTV crib videos, like huge fridges of wrappers and stuff. You would never see that in the UK. Like, it was just a single door. The bottom bit is the freezer. The top bit is the fridge. That was the common thing. But about 10 years ago, they started getting the double door American style. And when we first saw that, you go to someone's house and you go, what, are you trying to be American with your big fridges? Yeah, it was that much of a foreign concept to British people. We just didn't keep as much in our fridges. But now, I couldn't live without a big fridge. Like, it's so convenient.
It really is. And the features that are in these refrigerators that are pretty common now, I mean, you have water and like filtered water, and then also
That's
ice.
good and convenient.
And and that's nothing new, but that's something that's pretty standard, I think, now.
Yeah.
But then you have like different compartments that maybe they cool the items differently, or they
different sections, right?
dehumidify. I don't know what it does, but it's quite insane.
You've got smart fridges as well, haven't
Smart
you? I think?
fridges, yeah.
They have like a screen on the front, so you can look at social media and then it can order items for you and stuff like that. Not sure how necessary it is, but I
Right.
guess it looks cool, right? We've got one from Cam, a little video here. This is your favorite appliance, you say. Your fridge.
I don't. Oh, he's got some Soj.
Wow.
Cam.
Calamansi flavour. That is quite
Okay.
trendy. You got some banana milk as well there. Wow, you got loads of Korean snacks. Are you in Korea, Cam, I feel?
There's got to be an Asian Mart near you, huh?
You've got some Jeju tangerine flavoured juice as well. You say, yeah, the soju I saw at the market. The rest are other goodies I'm saving, hopefully, that are still good from Korea.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because you were here a couple of months back. Yeah, I think a lot of those do have a long shelf life. Maybe the banana milk as well. Don't mix it with soju. I'm not sure if that would be very delicious. Do you use your fridge a lot? Do you have a big one, Cedric?
Mine is, I would say, medium size. I came with the apartment. I pretty much, I mean, I have my water with the water filter in there.
Oh, nice.
And then I just keep like condiments.
Okay.
Usually for when I order food.
Yeah.
Or for the very few times that I make food or my lady friend makes it for me, I'll have condiments like ketchup, barbecue sauce, things like that.
You're still
I don't
a
really.
guy, a bachelor
Yeah,
guy.
totally. But my refrigerator has been more packed these days ever since getting into a relationship.
Yes, it's good to have some food just in case. Leon says, I saw your fridge on the episode last night, My Neighbor Charles. It's quite big. If it's not a like proper double one, it's like 1.5. But you're right, it's all filled up already with food that my mum gives to me. And I take it in this ice bag back home and like deliver it to the rest of the family. Raul also saying that brand that you featured on there, Dios, means God in Spanish. I didn't know that L Electronics brand, a lot of their products do have that Dios label. Oh, now we know.
Maybe they're making a statement.
Yes, they are the gods of electronics. Day 6 up next before we get to a few more listener videos and photos. This is so cool. 완전 멋지잖아. We're back for part 3, K-Time Playtime, with Cedric in the studio talking about electronic appliances, things like that. At the end of your second video, that was all beauty products, right? Electronics seem to be really trying to ramp up that side of thing, like with massagers and stuff like that. Have you tried any of those, apart from that mask that I let you wear? But
Yeah, I haven't tried too many, because I'm kind of a natural skeptic when it comes to those things.
Yes.
But I do realize that there is a huge market for it, and I'm sure there's plenty of validity in it. I just don't really get into trying those things.
yeah, the LED mask, I was completely skeptical. I was like, isn't that the opposite of what Koreans usually say? Avoid the sunlight and don't
Right.
get too tanned and stuff like that. And then I read an article in a paper that I read in the UK, and it was saying about the efficacy and how it's proven to brighten up your skin and stuff. And I was like, right, I'm getting that for my wife, because then I can use it for Christmas as well. The massages as well, that just makes you feel good. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
massage chairs here as well are quite popular.
Right, and I almost threw that in the video because I did see that as well.
Yeah, they are brilliant. You get them in many different places as well. We've got lots of messages to read out before we get to some more content from you guys. Aral says, my electric oven is the second Korean brand, but it works great. Oh, is a second brand here in Argentina. You mean a lesser, cheaper one, but it works great. In that case, that's great. And you also say the S brand here in Argentina is really amazing. I'm proud of Korea to have some amazing like electronics brands out there, right? It's
Agreed.
nice.
I mean, whenever you go into any electronics store, it's just like it's
Amazing.
amazing. Jordan from the U.S. says, we have heaters and AC units when I lived in Montana, mainly because it would creep up to 102 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know what that would be in Celsius, maybe around 40, a little over 40.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so maybe upper 30s.
Uh-huh.
And that's in the summer, and get down to the mid to negative 20s in the winter. So that would be, I don't know, right around 10 or 12 degrees Celsius.
You need to have
Yeah, so a
some
heater
heating.
unit and AC unit, which again, a lot of the houses and apartments tend to have both in the U.S.
Yeah, some I believe you can get combined units as well to save on space, like
True.
to have an AC give out some heat in the winter. We've also got Sarah's saying the rice cookers look really nice. I've never seen one, says Ralph from Argentina. Lenny says they're so high-tech in Korea. Yeah, I think some of them are now linked to your smartphone, so you can start cooking your rice at a certain time when you're not in the home.
That's insane. I love it.
It's crazy. We're linking everything.
Yeah, Lenny also with the power tip saying winter can freeze kimchi, no need for a refrigerator.
That's what they used to do, just bury it in the ground in big pots and stuff, right?
And it would just be over the whole winter season, I believe.
Yeah.
And it would just keep it for a very long time.
It'll be fine. The problem is, because you live in an apartment, you can't bury a hole in your apartment floor.
No.
Your neighbours downstairs might have something to say. It's a shame that, nobody really lives in houses anymore because you don't have your own land, because they used to just put the pots outside as well, sometimes not bury them. You don't have that space now. It's a little... Although, having said that, I don't know about your place. Do you have a balcony or an outdoor area at all?
No, absolutely not.
A lot of office towers just have the windows and then it's straight out. But a lot of apartments have the veranda area and then an outdoor balcony bit, which I think is 4 pots because it's very small. Like you couldn't sit out there, but you could put some pots. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. Although I don't think the missus would be too happy about smelly pots of food outside the window. Let's take a look at Sarah's video here. We've got some of your appliances. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it?
Wow.
Like a nice fancy oven. Looks very clean as well.
This setting, it cleans the oven.
Yes,
cleans
there's
the
an
oven?
internal oven cleaner.
Really?
It heats it up to like 1 billion degrees.
Oh, to like get rid of any bacteria and stuff like that. But it doesn't like wash it or anything.
No.
That would be amazing. Like if it was a dishwasher and an oven as well. Your oven looks pretty high tech compared to mine.
It's really nice.
Because a lot of places in Korea didn't have ovens until more recently. You didn't bake things
Kettle.
often.
Right.
And a fancy thing,
Oh, a coffee drip
no.
maker. I like that.
a toaster, and a safety cooker.
Safety cooker.
To make sure it only heats
If
up when a pan is on it,
It
I believe,
spills
right?
Oh, wow.
the pasta or something, it shuts off
Oh,
completely,
that's
which
clever.
is really good.
I've heard it's also
I
better to
know.
have an electric one than a gas one because the fumes from gases are really bad for you.
Right. But I found that
Appliance.
food cooked on gas stoves tend to taste better
Yeah,
for me.
Fridge.
you like that.
They cook differently.
It feels
Home
like you're doing it
appliance.
the proper way. Yeah. Your fridge.
I love your kitchen and
That's
pantries.
amazing.
Oh my goodness.
And
Lovely
Telly.
on the wall TV as well, Sarah. Thank you
think
for
that's
taking
it.
us on a tour.
Oh, it's really
and
nice.
a
What's that?
high-tech bin.
Oh, it's the one that opens with the sensor. I love that bin. Have you seen those? Cedric?
I don't think I have, but that's pretty cool.
It's so you don't need to touch the lid because there could be
Man.
germs on it. We have one, but the lid broke recently. Now it's useful because you have to useless. I mean, you have to pick up the lid with your own hands. We need to get a new one. Loving that. That's lots of cool appliances in the UK. That's more high tech than I was in the UK, definitely as well, Sarah. We also have something from Lenny here, a photo to show you. This is a safety gas regulator. If the stove is turned off, the gas is also turned off. If we by accident put the regulator the wrong way, the gas doesn't come out. And I think it is the safety gas regulator, the best one I've had. The previous one gave me a heart attack. Suddenly, the regulator unlocked when the stove was still on. You wouldn't want that to happen. So that's, I guess, to just make sure you don't have too much gas sent in.
Right.
That looked like the old school gas like canister.
Yeah, it does. It does. You know, I feel like Korea probably needs something like that. I haven't seen anything like that in Korea.
Yeah, do you have the little turn on, turn off
I
gas
do.
valve?
Yeah.
We didn't have that in the UK, so even that was an upgrade for me, that you can turn off your mains gas kind of supply.
Right.
But recently our apartment, the gas company came over and they put on this timer thing so it will automatically switch off after a certain time. If you forget to turn it
okay.
off when you go out, I used to do that quite often.
That's pretty cool. I just leave mine has been on for months.
Really? You just
Yeah.
leave it open?
Yeah, it's
That's
bad.
maybe a Western habit. My wife would always say, turn it off, turn it off. I'd be like, why do you need to turn it off? And she's like, just in case,
Right,
there's
right.
a leak or something like that. Please turn it off,
Okay.
Cam, okay? We've also got one from Mamlu Farabi, who says, this is a broken rice cooker. did you say? Well, hopefully you can get it fixed there. That looks a little bit older than the one Cedric was showing, but still looks like it will do its job. And then there was also a water dispenser, an older version that you have was the other photo, but it's not coming up at the minute. But thank you for sending those in, Mumlu. Did you say you have a water purifier at home? But
I do.
Not an electronic appliance? Or?
No. It's actually just a water, like a big container, and it has actual filter that you pour water through. So you can use your tap water to constantly refill it.
Yeah, that's what I used to do when I was single as well. We do have Mum Lou's old water purifier. We now in Korea also, at least in my apartment, we hire a water purifier, and it's a high-tech electronic one, and it beeps and it gives you a certain volume of water. That's more old school, but thank you for sending that in. Cedric, next week, what are we going to be looking at?
So I'm going to take you to some of the unique subway stations and showing you what's there. It's a little surprise, but it's probably music related.
Okie dokie. So if there's anything unique about your subway systems, or some cities don't have subway systems, just public transport, that would be kind of cool and quirky.
Yeah, send it.
We'd love to see it. By next Wednesday, by about 10 a.m. That would be nice and easy for us as well. Cedric, have a great week. Stay safe and warm today.
Thanks a lot. We'll see everyone next week.
Okie dokie. Here's some FX Electric Shock.